So here we are out in fledgling land. That is Daddy Jester right there, and Mama Sky shaking it off, and her oldest baby sitting up there with her that's going to look exactly like her. I'm starting to try and guess at genders. I think baby number 1 is a girl. It looks like it's turning white to me. Baby number 2 is pinky purple, so I think he's a boy. See, look. He's not really showing us. And baby number 3 is up for grabs. It's still got the black cere and the black beak. So really this group is pretty much done. That Mom and Dad are just in here for the last baby. She's pretty darn big and she's eating, but doesn't seem to be quite done chasing Mama around to get some food. I'm not sure Jester ever started feeding her again after rejecting her when I put the other chicks in there. But her mama has it covered. So maybe just another couple of days. These guys are done, and tomorrow I'm going to take Mom and Dad out and put them in the big flight. I have a very empty breeding shed right now because my birds seem to be going into a hiatus. The females' ceres have all turned white. Nobody's doing anything. I had 2 pairs in here. They weren't doing anything, not going in the nest boxes or anything, and I have learned my lesson as far as trying to get them to breed when they don't feel like it. Because all that does is give me infertile eggs and disappointment. So, but now is a good time for the hiatus because we're coming into show season. My first show is going to be on June 5th and 6th in Fresno, and I'm going to be taking Haverty, Aquinas, probably Jones and Hunter, and maybe 1 or 2 of the younger baby boys. I'm not sure which, though. They're really young, but some of them are quite striking, so we'll see what happens with that. I got 4 show boxes, so I have to make a decision. So that's exciting. I'll do a little showing. As far as when it's time to breed again, I don't know. I'm just going to have to wait and see. Right now, it doesn't look like anybody's really into it, but we'll see what happens. I have a little sibling rivalry here. Their baby, this little dark green guy right here, got Mama's dark factor. Turned out he had a growth spurt. He used to be about the same size as his gray foster brother, and now he is way bigger, which is happy for me. And my little foster here has a lovely feather. Let's see what's happening here. I candled her eggs, and to my surprise, only 2 of them are fertile. But we'll take 2. I'm okay with that. So we'll see what happens with them. Let's see. This is Stratus. And let's see how many babies they have today. Any new ones? We're still at 2. And here is Haverty, who I'm going to take through the show. His lady Lacey. And there 2. This little one is Cloudy's baby all the way. Looks exactly like her. Has beautiful feather, only it's going to be a normal size and not have issues. Should be able to fly and all those kind of interesting things. And this little baby here is so little. I'm kind of like, what happened here? But then I look at it and I'm like, you know, I still can't tell whether it's a boy or a girl, but I wonder, just because it is the same size as its mother, I kind of suspect it's a girl. Which sucks because Lacey can't pass on Lacewing through a female baby. I need a male baby. So, I mean, there's still a chance that, you know, this one could turn out to be a male, but it's so... I mean, Haverty is a huge bird, and it's so not like its father that I kind of am inclined to think it's a girl. But we'll see. So I have some beautiful little fledglings coming up, though. And these are next year's show birds. So as far as the show goes, Haverty is going to is definitely going to be in the June show. Let me show you the other birds that I'm thinking about taking. Now, of course, I cannot take any of my breeders that I bought out in the world because you can only show birds that have your own band on them, so it has to be babies. So, and last year I didn't get a lot of babies, and some of them didn't get banded, and some of the ones that got banded got released. So, right there is Hunter. He's small, but he has a beautiful mask, a beautiful feather. Although, I just trimmed his butt because he was in the breeding shed. So, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't take him. Another one that I could take is, that is Racine right there. She's one of mine, has one of my bands on her. But her brother has a better mask, so I'm kind of inclined to take him instead. I will definitely take... that is Aquinas right there. I will definitely take him. He just finished his molt and he's looking quite nice. Let's see, was there anyone else in here? I think not. And then I have some options over here in the young birds cage. Yeah, it just occurred to me since I trimmed Hunter's rear end, he has this big white patch around his rear end, so that might kind of disqualify him in the show. So I can take young birds, and I have some young males that are very nice. Now they would be in competition with chicks that hatched as long ago as November of last year. But all of Bubba's boys, especially this guy, but his spangled brother and his dark brother are beautiful birds, already have fabulous masks. They don't have a huge amount of size yet, but for 4-month-old chicks, they're fabulous. The only thing is they're molting. They would have to get over that in the next week or so. If I was going to take them, because you don't show birds that are in the middle of a molt. It's just not what you do. I could take Boo Bird up here, who's a nice, handsome guy. I could take, oh, there he is. There's Peabody. Hi, Peabody. He just molted his tail, though, and his tail feathers are all short. So his tail feathers would have to grow in. We've got about 2 weeks to go before this show, so things could happen, but then again, they might not. So we'll see what happens, but if I could take one or more of Bubba's boys here, that would be cool. And Boo Bird or Peabody are looking good. So I only have 4 show cages, so I definitely want to have to pick the 4 best. The other one I could take here is Jones. This is Jones. He's Royal Sun and Racine's brother. But the thing is, he doesn't have good feather on his head. He's now getting a nice mask, but his feather on his head is pretty not great. So, you know, I'm entering at the novice level, so I don't have to have perfect birds. Yeah, Boo Bird's looking pretty good there, isn't he? Yeah, he's just doing a nice little molt there and tidying up. His mask grew in. That looks good. That's his brother right there, too. Yeah, Blue sitting right next to him. His brother isn't as big as he is, though. So if I had to choose between them, I would take Boo Bird, the yellow face. See, well, he looks pretty good. That's Jones. He has a fairly decent mask, but he's kind of a pinhead. He doesn't have the poof on the top of his head. So, decisions. I have a few weeks to decide which ones I'm going to take. So, I'll let you know. And, of course, I'll videotape the show, and you get to see how we do. Okay, that's it.